Hello, thanks for joining me. This is Mrs. J, and I'm looking at Activity 4.2, Model Creation in the IED course. And I'm looking at the second object number 2. We're going to build an inventor. So if you take a look at the object, it's a simple rectangle. We'll use subtractive modeling, where we make one rectangle, extrude it, cut out this rectangular shape, and then cut out this rectangular shape. Fairly easy. If you'll notice on the bottom, it says all dimensions are in millimeters. So let's take a look how to set up Inventor in millimeters. When you navigate to Inventor and you're on your main screen here, if you just choose part, it may default to inches. That's what we've been doing recently. So we're going to take a look up here where it says New. I'm going to click on this. If you see here, you have your templates, you have English, and this gives you inches. If you look all the way down, these are your part files, your assembly files, and your drawing files. We're going to move to metric for this one. We have sheet metal and standard. Standard is what we're looking for. The object is in millimeters, so we'll click this right here. So I have metric, standard millimeter, IPT is a part file, down to the bottom right, and create. Now we're going to navigate up to the left. As usual, start a 2D sketch. Choose the XY plane, and we'll make our rectangle. Let me take a quick look at the dimensions. Object number 2, we know that it is 60 across the bottom and 40 millimeters high. So let's pull out our rectangle. Just dragging across, and when it is dark blue there, it's highlighted. That's when you can type. I'm going to type in 60. I don't have to write mm, it already knows it. I'm going to hit tab on my keyboard, and then it highlights on the right side for the height, and we're going to enter 40. Again, no need to add millimeter, but do hit enter for it to save. Now you can just scroll your mouse wheel. I'm using a laptop, so I will use the features on the right. I have a little magnifying glass here to toggle through. So that's all I needed there. I can finish my sketch. Put it in the center there. Hit the home button. And now we can extrude. We're going to extrude it back in the other direction. And I believe the distance was, let's take a quick look here, 30. So I can type that right in here, 30, enter. Rectangle here on the right. So I navigate to the face on the right, right click, new sketch. Inventor will rotate that right into place for you. I'll move it to the center so you can see. Again, the rectangle tool, we're just going to guess over here. Drag. Let's see if we can get the dimensions. Dimensions are not easily given, so we'll drop it in there and we will use the dimension tool to go around it. So I've just got a rectangle in there. I did not put anything on it. I can see from the right side here that I need to be 3 away from the edge. So we'll touch here, and we'll touch the side, and we'll drag it off because that's close. 3, enter. So far, so good. I know from the right side here that it is 10 millimeters in height. So I'll touch this side, and I'll click 10. Then we'll add one more dimension, and that would be touching here, drag off, 15, enter. So far, so good. There's one more dimension we need, and that's the bottom, how far it should be from the bottom of the object. We're going to touch the bottom line of the rectangle we just added, the bottom line of the completed object, drag off to the right, and it is 5. When we're all done, we'll click Finish Sketch, and it'll rotate around. We're going to use the Extrude feature. We're going to click in the center here. We want it to go in the other direction. We know from looking at the sketch that they do not give us the depth, so we can choose to go all the way or halfway through. For this purpose, I'll go all the way through. I'll click to next and OK. And now we're all done. Good job. Don't forget to save your file. File, hover on Save As, Save As. It'll default to your most recent location, and I will call this 4.2 Object 2. Thanks for visiting. Don't forget to turn in your homework.